It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime with Storie Grubb Draws. Well, it's lunchtime with Storie Grubb Draws. What color are our stories draws today? Who knows, who can say? Storie Grubb Draws and stuff, doing things and such and things. Alright, everybody. Hi, my name is Storie. Storie to the Grub. Came here to do two things. Be myself and chew some bubble gum, and it looks like we're almost out of being myself, so we're gonna have to get some more stories in here to make some more bubble gum about that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm putting down. And I might as well put it down in a way that makes sense to everybody else. I'm not perfect, never claimed to be, but I have perfect pitch, and I have a perfect heart. I am 100,000% perfect. Never claimed to be perfect. I'm not perfect, but I am absolutely perfect in every perfect little way. Y'all know that, or you wouldn't be coming here. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm just sort of drawing on this one because I like to draw, and drawing makes me happy. It brings me happiness, this, to draw. There we go. See what I mean over there? I'm just doing it right there like that, like this and like that, and like this, Santa. I like this and like that, and like this, Santa. I don't know who Anna is, but I bet she's beautiful, because I don't think any of those rap artists would sing about her if she wasn't. It's like this, Anna. It's like that, Anna. It's like this, Anna, this, Anna, this, Anna. Oh, Anna, I miss you. I miss you, Anna. I miss you something fierce. There we go. Now it's really coming along. Hello, Petra! Petra, whereabouts do you live, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to say the city. I just want to know whereabouts you live in the world. I guess I could maybe find out on Instagram. Let's see. See, I smudged right there. I smudged that little circle. You can't really tell because it looks like it was supposed to be there on purpose. I finished this one last night. The land of 11,000 lakes, the Great Strait of Minnesota. The Great Strait of Minnesota. Is that in the Saltine Straits of North Dakota, Utah? Because I've been there twice this year. Well, I went bouncing on the salt flats in North Dakota, Utah. That's how smart I am. Or I guess that's how smart I want to be. How smart they'll let me be. You know, I'm smarter than any of them put together. And by them, I don't even know what the hell I mean. That's how goddamn smart I am. I am one smart cookie. You know that they make smart cookies now. They know when they're being eaten. Magnificent smart little cookies. There we go. A little thing on its head. You just east of the salt. Yep, the salt farts of north yep. I am just east of the western salt farts. Let's do this. Let's just add a brick there, another brick, another line, another brick, another line. All right. This is really coming together horribly. I was not expecting it to look so bad. But it is, and I'm thankful for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to a truly one-of-a-kind original artist such as Petra in the comments there. Go ahead and go to their channel and subscribe right now. Leave me alone. Get off my lawn, and I love you very much, everybody. Is anybody hungry? I just mowed the lawn and I have some grass clippings. Is anybody hungry? If not, I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat all of it. I'm gonna do it all. Let's do this too. Let's do that. And put those little lines in there too. Boom. See? That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Just coming on for a little bit. Just to say hi. And then adding a little shadow on that side. Kind of getting in a little too deep here with this one, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to take that and go like that and add a little bit more to this horn. Because that's how I roll. And that's how I roll. Hello, Lish. Hello, Short Game. I don't think you should sell yourself so short, buddy. I think you've got the long game going on, and you gotta be proud of that, you know? Short game, you know, just welcome. Welcome. Then I gotta do that right there. There we go. And then I'm gonna bring this down like that, because I'm gonna do this like this. And why you gotta do that like that, they ask. I don't even know. I don't even know what the answers are anymore. Because I want to. People are always asking me, Storie, how come you're so badass? And I say, first of all, thank you for that wonderful compliment. I am a humble bragger. I like bragging about things, especially myself. I'm very humble about it. But in the end, you know, I am who I am, a complete badass. It's not my fault. It's just in my blood. I have acid for blood. It gets in the way sometimes. But it's kind of a funny prank when you end up in the hospital and they try to draw your blood and it's acid and it eats through the floor and it drips on somebody's forehead and murders them right on the spot. Oh, it's in a hospital. Isn't that ironic? They don't even know what to do if you got acid for blood. And that's why I make YouTube videos, because nobody would believe me if I didn't. The truth is out there, friends, and it's on YouTube. All right, here we go. And he's got a pyramid on his head. Short Game, did you see that? Tiger blood. Tiger blood. I'm going to draw a happy face on his shirt. Isn't that just how a happy face would look? A little son of a bit. You little happy face son of a bit. Son of a Bitcoin. Now that is an insult to my intelligence. Well, you're the one that said it. Yeah, I know, and I have to live with myself 24 hours a day, you son of a bit. All right, that was a little bit too much. Sorry for the language, folks. It's bad English. I hope you get it. Very, very bad English. Oh, Lish, I think you're cute. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but I think you're cute. And if you were my friend, I'd be promoting you like nothing else. You would become sergeant within an afternoon, I'll tell you that much. Son of a Bitcoin. Son of a... Sometimes it'll, in the comment thing, it asks me to do a Q&A or something, and I don't want to. 2 rotten pigs, 2 lost souls, 2 old buddies with holes in their hole. Let's see if I can bring this down. Okay. Then sometimes I add like a circle over there. Maybe a circle over here. Don't worry, if you're filling in the background, you can just make those circles more circular, a little bit lighter. But in the meantime, I'm going to do that. Put a little line in the middle of that too, make it look all weird and stuff. When in doubt, make it look weird. That's what I always say. That's what the surrealists would say. So how about them politics, everybody? How about all them politics? Oh, it's just good. I think people, it's just good to see people getting along finally. And finally coming together through our beautiful political system. Isn't it wonderful how it just ties people together, makes people really, honestly, truly love each other? Isn't it just great? What a time to be alive. What a time to be in love with my opposers. I go outside and I just oppose everybody. I'm like a wet battery. There ain't no gravitational pull when it comes to this crap. Well, I'm like a wet battery, and I don't believe in Earth's gravity. Blah, 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 blah. I made that up just then. See what I mean? The Lord works in mysterious ways. Let's do this too. Ooh, that's some kind of star. And then little circles over here. All of this is going to be black. So right now, I'm just adding things that are going to be in front of the black, like a shooting star. That's a shooting star right there. This is grass down there. So I'm going to bring this grass out just a little bit. Flesh it out. Flesh out the grass is what they told us in art school. You've got to make the grass look like flesh, otherwise it won't look like grass, it'll look like flesh. I know that I've got flesh on my grass, but you're supposed to be under the grass. Not over the grass, not sitting on the grass. You don't want the cadaver on the grass, it'll rot and ruin the grass. If it's under the grass, it will feed the lawn and make it look that much greener. Soylent Green, my friends, that's where that word comes from. It's made of grass, people. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling. You can draw as many circles as you want, too. That's the beautiful thing. You can draw little circles. You can do little... It's kind of hard to put this over there so my hand has something to rest on. And then you can just do this and put that over there. That star goes right there. This one goes right here. This is a cluster. That's what you call a clusterfuck of stars right there. I think a cluster is more than 5, so I'm going to do 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that is a little clusterfuck of stars right there. A little constellation clusterfuck. It's what, huh? And then with these little things too, you can even do like this. Make it look like it's lit up in the night sky before you add the darkness to it. That's what I'm saying. Are y'all going to be coming to the breakfast this Sunday? I'm making pancakes for everybody. For thousands of people. Homemade pancakes, everybody. That's how much I care. Do you have diabetes? If not, you will after this Sunday. That wasn't funny. Jerk. Well, I've got diabetes, and I don't believe in gravity. No, I think the earth is round, but it's only flat. Flat like my heart, and flat like my house, and flat like my... Shoot, the good draw. So, I think the people who own the house are here. I thought I had more time. Now I gotta run for my life. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Thatch. This is something that I've been working on for the past 20 years. Hello, Juan. 1 second, I'm sorry, guys. 1 moment. Okay, I'm back. False alarm. That wasn't the people who own the house that I'm not supposed to be in. That was the cops. And they're going to be tear gassing and doing some kind of rummage sale here in the next few minutes. So I really gotta think about that. They asked me if I wanted to sell anything, and I said, well, yeah, I want to sell some stuff. I got drugs, and I got thugs, and I got bugs, and I got rugs. Pretty much anything that rhymes with bugs, I got. In bounds. And then the cop said, what was that? And I said, nothing. If you didn't hear me, I'm not going to repeat myself. That's what you should always say. Say to a police officer. When the cop says, what's that? Just say, oh, nothing. Just keep them to myself. Oh, sorry, guys. Hello again. You still keeping the first painting 20 years ago? Oh, yes, that's how I like them. Like them. Because they come out of nowhere, and they sit for 20 years, and then they become a masterpiece, and then I redo them, and I ruin them. That's what art's all about, baby. I love how small you can go really small with. This is a Posca pen, and look at that tip. Look how small that tip is. Sarcasm is not always limited to women, but women should be limited to sarcasm. Absolutely, I'm right there with you, 100%. I'm not even sure what that really means, to be honest, but I'm right behind you because the truth doesn't mean shit anymore. Nothing matters anymore. People don't care in the truth. They just care about what makes them feel good. And I am all about that. I just want to make people feel good. And sometimes I want to make people feel like shit as well. Well, I guess that makes me a bit of a contrarian. You little butthole. Sorry, friends. I had to talk to my family member there just for a moment. It's a walking, talking butthole. I'm a walking, talking butthole. Living on the outskirts of Jersey. Jersey. There we have it. And I'm just going to do that. Boom, 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 boom. Like that. And then over here, I think I'll start actually with the background. Because it's just going to look better once it's filled in a little bit more. So first, I give it a little border. A border. Oh, dang it. Let's see. Start a Q&A. Question. Okay, I'm going to ask a question, and I'm doing a Q&A, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Is it going to stay there? Is it going to stay right in the middle of the screen? Oh, I see. So I just asked a question, going to see how that works because I've never done it. But I think that question is poignant, and I'm anxious to hear what you have to say. I learned a lot from watching television all of my life. And what I learned is that there's no such thing as television. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Television taught me that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Y'all are great. I really like your styles. I'm gonna add a little circle there too, because I don't want to color over that spot. Here we go. Now go back up in this little armpit up there, little corner of the armpit. And you just gotta add whatever you want. You can add another circle here, for example. Maybe even one over here. It's all about finding the right balance. Absolutely perfect. If I had to guess, I would in an answer to why, I would say, oh, but just because. That would be my answer. Because it's the best answer ever. Well, I've been drawing up a storm since the day I was born, in a barn somewhere in the great salt farts of Minnesota, Utah. Ta. Minnesota ta. Well, I like milk and I like gravy. I like silly and I like crazy. Why is Raven like a writing desk? Why is Raven like a writing desk? Why? Seeing those words come together is cool. I'm inspired by your confident line work. Thank you, dear. I don't really consider myself so much as confident as I do quite sure of myself. I know that those two almost sound the same, but being confident gives me too much confidence. And I can't have too much confidence. I like to split up my confidence into separate words. So I can honestly say that I'm quite sure of myself, and that's about 4 words instead of 1 word, and it makes me feel less smart. I like to play dumb because I like people to think I'm dumb, because when I say something smart, they're absolutely mesmerized. And I like that kind of stuff. I like reminding people that there's still magic and wonder in the world. And absolute chaos, and that there's liars out there who are out to get them at every step of the way. By the way, Link is in the comments. I mean, link is in the description for this as well. But my bank account is in there if anybody wanted to take some out or put some in. I'm just throwing that out there. Just doesn't it make very confident sense? I'm very confident about how sure I am about this. I'll say that much, Petra. Thank you. You're quite observant, or as I like to call it, you're quite able to look at things quite closely and clearly. Mm-hmm. Wish I could say that about some other people. Me. Oh gosh. Well, the moon dollars used to be able to work on Mars because it was such a novelty back then, but not anymore. I would stick with Mars dollars. Do you know what they call gold bars on Mars? They call them Mars bars. I don't think they even call gold on Mars. They only call gold on this planet gold. It's so stupid. People have the weirdest words for elements and stuff on this planet. Over on Mars, there's just one word for everything. Mars. Ooh, that's very Marsy. And you know, it's a great language. I'm quite confident that I know how to pronounce all of the words in that wonderful, wonderful language. Mars. Here we go. Now we're coming to it. Making that circle just a little bit more of a circle there. Giving it a little bit more life. The gold is pretty tough. It's a lot tougher on Mars than it is here on Earth. I think it's because of gravity or reality or whatever they call it. Man, my hand is sticky. I don't know why, but my hand is sticky. Oh, great. Oh, great. Somebody out here? What are you doing? Who are you?
Who, me?
Who else would I be talking to?
Me?
Who are you? I asked.
Nobody.
Would you like some tea, nobody? See, now I got the top kind of finished. Enough swirling around up there. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you only got one shot at it. You might as well try to make it your best. Sometimes your best isn't good enough, though. And that's where I come in. And I steal all of your gold. I mean, I help prepare supper. That's right, Thema. I'm a liar and a thief. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Boom shakalaka, right there. Do you see that? Boom shakalaka? It's right next to Andromeda. Now up here, usually I work from left to right because I'm right-handed, but I'm jumping all over the place for this one. And I know the ancient saying that white men can't jump, but I'm here to disprove that. I can jump pretty high. I've got strong legs. Thighs. I've got thunder thighs, if you ask me. Godly. Thor thighs. A sight for Thor thighs. They bulge when I talk about them. Oh, they're bulging right now. I've got Thor thunder thighs. See? All you've got to do is try and just have fun with it. And remember that you can literally go back and just paint over everything when it's paint. Might take a few coats. Or you can even do it all in black and then go back in with white paint and add all these little teeny things if it's easier. I like to do this because then when people realize that, because usually I do a lot more background stuff with stars and whatnot. I'm keeping it simple for now for the sake of just getting it done. But I like it better because then people are kind of amazed when they realize how much work you actually do put into something. And it makes it that much more rewarding. It feels like it'd be cheating just to go back and add stuff afterwards. It's like, no, do it while you're doing it. Challenge yourself. Most artists know that we are our own worst critics. And we are very hard on ourselves. So why not use that as a tool, you know? I'm hard on myself, so I can actually come back to something later and say, whoa, I can't believe I did that. It's a challenge. It's not about self-hate or anything like that necessarily. That comes at the end of the day when you're lying in bed in the middle of the night and you're remembering everything you did throughout the day that you hate. Now, this is a time to make art and cut yourself some slack. And roll with it. You know how that I'm from the hood. Okay, you can tell by the way I sound. I absolutely 1000% literally am from the hood, and I'm not sure which hood. But let me just say that I am of the hood, and in the hood we say, just roll with it. That's just a thing we say in the hood. And at the sushi place that I worked at, I think the sushi place was called Just Roll With It. It was a fusion. It was a fusion joint. I don't remember those. It was the 80s. I don't remember who. I don't even remember why I started that business. It was kind of racial. It was kind of racialist. And it didn't go well with the Martians at the time because they don't even eat sushi. There's no fish on Mars. I mean, so try to get fresh fish on Mars and then have people telling you how bad your sushi is. I mean, it's like, come on, guys. It took like a freaking about 4 years to get this food here, and you're just it's just not fair. But life isn't fair, and neither is fish. I'm wearing a shirt right now that says "Fish isn't fair." Oh, that'll get the libs. You know how all those libs love fish. I don't even know what that means. Well, everybody likes fish except for me. I go fishing in Lake Tennessee. I've been writing songs since before I was born. But I guess you can kind of see where I'm going with this, everybody. When you're doing a self-portrait, it's important to get the eyes right. Mm-hmm. 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 And the nipples. It's very important you gotta, if you get the nipples wrong, you're gonna get the whole thing wrong, okay? That's just science. There we go. You can kind of see where it's going. I like to think it is. Thank you, Kimmy. You know, you don't have to chat. I mean, you're in the same room with me. Of course, you know, you can kind of see the resemblance. But if you want to chat, you don't. I guess if you don't want to talk. By the way, you look nice today. I love you so much. Mama loves you too. We just want you to come home, sweetie. We miss you. I hope you're doing okay out there. Hope Texas is treating you well. God bless Texas. That's what I always say. I think if this eye was a little bit more bloodshot, it would look just like me. Am I right, Kimmy? Oh, you know, you know. Oh, I'm glad we had this laugh. I miss you so fucking much. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling, Kimmy, no. You and your cat, how about that, my friend? It's a cat, and I love you so. I used to have a cat named Alex back in the 90s, and he would pee. He would get up on the toilet and spread his legs, and he would pee into the toilet. He's like one of the coolest cats I ever knew. He would crawl up under my chest and chew and drool while he was chewing on my chin. He would knead my chest, and it wasn't just me that he did this to, but he would knead my chest and like suckle my chin and drool. And then he'd go pee on the toilet. I don't know what he was trying to tell me. Maybe somebody fell down the well or something like that, but oh well. I'm not only am I afraid of heights, but I'm claustrophobic, so that person probably died that day. Am I right, Kimmy? I also have asthma. Oh, my darling. Okay, it's really starting to look like crap now. It's really starting to look like crab salad now. I'm gonna put a little moon over here. Hmm? It's getting harder and harder to control myself when it comes to not talking about certain things. Because like I've said before, I like this channel to be kind of non-political, but holy cow. They're making it hard. Not that it has to be political to speak the truth, but in order to speak the truth, there has to be, there has to be things that are factually relevant. Let's just say that. And as soon as truth and facts go out the window and you realize you're just talking to the air, and even the air don't care, and there's nothing we can do about anything because of how little power we have when we're divided and so easily conquered, kind of makes you kind of just want to disappear from the world. And they even make that hard to do, because then they just suck you right back in. And then one day you just cease to exist at all. think it's good to remember that we're all just mortal little beings floating on this rock together for a very, very, very limited time. And that it is possible for us all to mean something to each other. Even though it doesn't feel possible, it is. And that's how you fight the power. We come together and they lose their power. But some people just want to watch the world burn. Some people are so hurt, they think they can fix the world with hatred. How effed up is that? How sad does somebody have to get to believe that, you know? I mean, everybody knows somebody like that, even if it's you. And if it is you, I'm sorry for what happened to you to make you feel like that. But I say, still try to be a good person. Still try to be friendly, funny. Still try to be even-keeled when it comes to what you believe in and how you think others should believe what they should. It just cracks me up how people think that other people should believe stuff. Or they expect people to believe stuff that they believe in. When a lot of people don't even know what they believe in. They just know what they're told. You gotta change your own heart first. And let the light come in, baby. That's how the light gets in. You change yourself and put a little crack in that veneer. And the facade starts peeling off. Then you gotta watch out, though. Because just like in Plato's cave, people don't like it when that happens. And they will fight tooth and nail to keep their version, their illusion of reality intact. A lot of people will fight tooth and nail. And they'll even try to end you for doing so, for bringing them, showing them the light. That's how I know this, because I'm on my third life. That's right, I am a cat. An Egyptian cat who pees in the toilet and chews on my owner's chin. I'm a chin chewer. I'm a chin chimney chin chewer. I ain't proud of it, but it's just who I am. I think the first sign, or the first method, the first thing to do when you're trying to become a different person is identify what kind of person you already think you are. And being honest with yourself is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in this life. And if you don't believe me, try it. It's not easy. See what I mean? What's coming together now? Huh? Little pyramid head is finally coming together here. My little pyramid head. Let's just put some flowers down here. Why not? There we go. See, now it's starting to really happen again. It's really starting to happen now. Yo, what's happening? Isn't it weird to think that the moon is only like 140,000? Wait, what is it? 200 and something? Like 240,000 miles away from the Earth. The moon. 238,000 maybe? I don't know. That's just wild. How close that is. I mean, in the cosmic sense, you know? And how little we've been there. I don't know if anybody here believes in the moon landings, but in order for there to be a moon landing, there would have to be a moon. And I think it's just a holographic projection put there by the aliens to distract us from the real issues, which is why there isn't more slushies flavors in the world, in my world anyways. They only give you 3 slushy options these days, and I think that is a crime against Martianality, humanity, and moonalities. We need to fight back. We need more flavors. That's also why I think that diabetes isn't really a real thing, because, you know, when was the last time you ever heard about somebody having diabetes? It just does. It just doesn't real. It's not real. It's not real. Diabetes isn't a real thing. Story? Yeah, Terry, what's up? You probably shouldn't be giving medical like your opinion on medical stuff. I mean, that's not. What do you mean opinion? It's a that's a fact. That diabetes isn't real, isn't it? I mean, I have a lot of confidence when it comes to that. I mean, what's that? Confidence? Oh, it's I'm very sure of myself in saying that. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Then I retract my statement, friends. Don't drink diabetes. Please don't sleep with anybody who has diabetes. It's very highly contagious, and we're all gonna die if you get it. So I don't recommend it. Wow, you really switched that flavor fast. Flavor? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did. I'm also a doctor, a race car driver, and I have a ranch outside of Tallahassee, stocked full of race car drivers and people with diabetes. It's kind of gross. There we go. perfect little pants there. Do you see those pants? Are they perfect? Consider an affront to God. I know. What are some of the other ones? I know that Coca-Cola was one of them, right? I actually like the Coke, like the soda flavored ones. Cherry slushy. I think red is supposed to be cherry. And then the blue one. Was there a white one as well? And I understand why there can only be so many flavors at a time at a given place because the machines are so big. My friend, when I lived in Portland last time, anyways, when I moved back, I lived with some roommates of some old friends of mine, and one of them had a slushy machine. So we had slushies. I mean, they would make it for their drinks and stuff like that when they had, tequila or something like that or whatever. I'm not a drinker, so I would just drink them for the fun of it, and they were pretty good. Homemade slushies are pretty good. Very, very sugary. That's the diabetes false truths I was just spouting. Diabetes is very real, and it is a crime that insulin costs so much. How cool would it be if Trump and his fools like went to war with like pharma to actually make like drug prices lower, or maybe even rent? If they went to let's start a war with the landlords and bring down rent in this country or something like. That would be something I would actually get behind instead of this. Hey, there's a war going on in this town. What do you mean war? Well, there's some people protesting. Okay, that's not a war. Well, it is to us because anybody that calls us wrong is at war with us. Politics. God, I hate it. And then to hide behind religion like a bunch of cowards. God damn, dude. If I was a Christian right now, I would be out marching for that very reason. How they've like hijacked your religion and use it against the meekest and the poorest among us. It's just like 1984, how they call something like the Ministry of Truth, the Ministry of Justice, when it's all just like the exact ass backwards of that. The Democrats do it too, but the frickin' Republicans are just disgusting because they're the ones that claim to be. And it's funny how they claim that like the left is the party of tolerance. And aren't you guys Christians? Don't you guys claim to be Christians? Aren't you supposed to be like tolerant and peaceful if you're considered? No, well, no, because we're Republicans. Oh, okay, so you're not a Christian? No, I'm a Republican. Okay, but then you say something about Christianity, and they're like, I'm a Christian. Well, when are you a Christian? When are you a Christian? When? Talk about virtue signaling to the extreme, where they tie everything into like Christianity, and like it's obvious they've never even read the Bible. That's what I can't stand. I just don't like hypocrites. I can get behind a lot of stuff. I can get behind a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff, like how they want to blow up the moon, how they want to take over Mars, all that stuff. But the price of insulin these days is just going through the roof. Mom? No? Do you want to come talk?
What you need?
Oh, nothing. I'm live on YouTube, and everybody was asking questions about just what I was doing and stuff, and I just thought I would ask you what you were doing too. Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just being uncoordinated.
Oh, that's okay. That
You're
happens.
live?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
You're alive.
Yeah. see on here, you can see people commenting. This is what I'm drawing. I'm finishing up this drawing right here.
Uh-huh.
And just so you know, people can hear you, which is
Okay.
totally fine.
All right.
So if you wanted to give a shout out to any of your homies out there, it's totally cool.
I'm giving a shout out to Sean's homies.
Well, they don't know me as Sean.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, Storie.
Well, they call me the Martian
The Martian. Why?
because I was brought up on the moon's surface on one of the moons of
that's very true.
Mars is just a moon of Jupiter. But after all, we're all just on big moons orbiting Jupiter.
That's
what-
very true.
You know, it's just how it is.
That's very true.
Thank you. These are things I'm going to try to sell this Saturday. There's a few more little things I'm trying to finish up. Everybody say hi to my Aunt Sally.
Well, I think your garage sale signs were the best yet.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope it draws some people in.
Best garage sale signs ever.
I aim to please.
And he's free help. He does it for free here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Getting almost closely almost done with these borders here. And then I'll feel pretty good about the work that I did today. 'Cause it's getting a lot of work done here. It's at least a start. Sometimes it feels like it takes forever to color something in, but then all you gotta do is stick to it, and then all of a sudden, it just finishes. And then you gotta move on to the next project.
Is Abigail out here?
Yeah. Somewhere. She's usually up there now. Sleeping up there. She has like 6 beds out here. I once had a spicy mango slushie. That sounds good. I think that's the first time my aunt has actually seen what I do out here. I don't think she was impressed. I'm just kidding. She's been quite an angel for me the past year and a half that I've been down here. Certain people in the past year and a half have shown me that there's still good people out there. And have sort of brought me back to life in a way. There we go. See, now he's just sitting on his little hill, waving at the world. See, now they kind of go together. I'm drawing, I'm breathing, I'm eating slop again. I'm breathing, well, I'm thinking, I'm a big dork in the end. I don't That was a song called Get Me Off of This Rock. I Belong in Outer Space. See, now down here you can just add a little bit more stuff, but you just want to do a little bit of shadow on the little bit side of that. Really just make it look like they're just sitting on the ground like that. See what I mean? It just makes them look that much better. All right, everybody. I better shut off. I might go live later too. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Can't believe it's already been an hour. I hope you have a wonderful day. And all that fun stuff. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And take care of the ones you love. Don't be a bully. And try to be more of a Dana Scully. Maybe I can detail them a little bit later too. All right. Bye, Petra. Y'all take care of yourselves now.